Welcome to the Beyond You podcast, where we have real conversations about healing, trusting yourself again, and building the kind of relationships that actually feel good. I'm Samantha, and if you've ever felt like you're just going through the motions, like you're doing all the right things but still feeling disconnected, you're in the right place. Because here we go beyond the surface, beyond the hurt, beyond the patterns that keep you stuck. So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's get into it. So, how to respond to the silent treatment without losing yourself? This is really difficult because we really want to be able to stay within our peace, right? So, hello, welcome back to Beyond You podcast. I'm so glad you're here with me today. We dropped our newsletter we do every Sunday. We dropped this piece where we really talked about this question, how not to be able to lose yourself. And the recent topic is what I want to talk about in this episode because sometimes you guys have questions about it, or you guys let me know when I talk to in my one-on-ones, or and you send me emails. But how to be able to deal with that. I'm hearing that a lot lately. And this is your first time listening. Welcome to our little corner of healing and growth. This podcast is predominantly for professional women of color who are ready to break free from old patterns and step into relationships that actually nourish us, starting with the one we have with ourselves, and of course, establishing it with other people as well. Introducing your authenticity at all times. Of course, everyone can be able to relate to this one though. So today we're talking about something that hits different, something that can make the strongest women feel small. And that is the silent treatment that a lot of people tend to have to feel like they have to deal with. And I want to be able to give you tools on how to tap into that. I give a little bit on this newsletter, but I love to go deep into things, as you know. So if you ever felt the heavy weight of someone's silence, wondering on what you did wrong, replaying just every conversation that you had in your every conversation in your head, understand I see you because and we're going to walk through this together, okay? But before we dive in, if this resonates with you, I want you to be able to hit that subscribe button and share this episode with another woman who needs to hear this. I'm trying to get to 500 by the end of this year. I really want to be able to impact more people. So, growing this community means we are supporting more women on their healing journey. And I want to be able to do that for just each and every one of you. I need you to realize I'm going to give you these practical tools that you can be able to use, but I need you to see, have you ever been on the receiving end of the silent treatment? You know that feeling. It's like you're walking on eggshells in your own life. You're checking your phone constantly, seeing if they sent you something, wondering if you should text again. You're going through every conversation, replaying consistently in your head every moment, asking yourself, what did I do wrong? And here's what makes it so painful because you start questioning your own worth when you're doing this. You start dimming your light because someone else can't. But I need you to hear me when I say this because you don't have to lose your peace to deal with someone else's silence. Don't chase what isn't being offered. I know. Okay. When someone goes quiet on us, our first instinct is to fix it. We send the text. Are you okay? Did I do something? Can you talk? And when I tell you, I've done this plenty of times before in previous relationships. When we don't hear back, we send more, right? We send paragraphs, we send long messages. We apologize for things we're not even sure we did just to break the tension. If we find ourselves trying to pull things out of someone who's not communicating. But here is what I'm learning, what I'm teaching my clients as well. I had to learn this the hard way that when someone chooses silence to control or punish you, it is not your job to fix it. Give yourself permission to pause. Instead of picking up that phone for the 10th time, pick up your journal, go for a walk, do something that's going to help you work through the feelings. Put on your favorite playlist and breathe. And I know this sounds easier said than done. I get that because then our anxious attachments are coming into play, all this stuff are coming into play. But I want you to let that space between you, your own self-reflection, not self-blame. The silence they're giving you, you can use it for yourself. Understand that's reclaiming your power. And if this is hitting home right now, leave me a comment below and let me know that this is resonating with you because I know that when it gets hard for us, it's our anxious attachment because we're worried about being left and being abandoned by the person. But I need you to know that your story matters. Other women feel less alone in this journey. Okay. And then point two, their silence speaks more about them. Their silence speaks about them in so many ways. Because understand that their silence is more about them than it does about you. So I need you to listen because when that quiet starts feeling personal, when you start thinking, maybe I'm too much or maybe I'm not enough, I need you to stop that thought right there. Okay. This behavior is about their inability to communicate. When someone's ghosting, which we talked about in previous episodes, that it's because how the person communicates overall. It's nothing to do with you. That's not about your worth. Try this with me right now. Okay. I want you to say out loud if you can. I deserve communication, not confusion. If you still have trouble with this, check out our 21 days of healing affirmations as well, because that can be able to help start this process. Less than 10 minutes to be able to do that. But I want you to say it again. I deserve communication, not confusion. That's your new mantra when the silence gets loud in your head. I need you to put your phone down. I mean it. Face down, out of reach. Play some music that makes you feel like yourself again. I need you to be able to step outside, be able to feel the sun in your face, or if it's nighttime, look at those stars, or if you are, be able to have moments where you're present with yourself because it's about showing you a lot about the person and how they communicate. And you take that as signs. Okay. Because I need you to ground yourself back into the truth of who you are because that person, she deserves better than games. Point three, respond with clarity, not chaos. When you do speak, respond calmly, not reactively. Now, when the time comes to actually have a conversation, and it will come, here's what you do: choose clarity over anger. I'm not saying don't feel your feelings. We're all about feeling the feelings here, right? Be angry in your journal, cry in the shower, call your girl, let it out. But when you're face to face with that person, understand that you want to come from a place of power, not pain. Right? So this is something that you could possibly say. So you might say something like, I want to have a conversation when we're both ready, but silence isn't helping me understand you. It helps to make it very clear because when you're chasing after someone responding, it's going to either one push it away or it's not going to be able to really see on how you feel because mainly it's about you being heard about it, right? But I also know when you're saying that you're setting a boundary without escalating, you're saying, I'm here for real communication, but I'm not here for games. And if it feels too hard to say in the moment, write it down first. Journal your way to clarity. When emotions are running high, writing helps us find the words that actually represent. And that's what we talk about journaling. It's not to kind of like get your feelings out, because it helps to be able to really process on what's going on. Because when someone's doing that, it's because they're so used to being silent and shutting down that doesn't work. And okay. And so I want you to be in a space where you are responding, being clear and how you want to be in that space. Because point four, understand that your peace is a priority. Protect your peace above all. Because real talk, it's okay to walk away from someone who repeatedly shuts you out. It's okay to decide that you deserve relationships to meet you halfway, because you do, right? You deserve people who can say, I need some time to think instead of disappearing in silence, right? You deserve people who can work through conflict with you and not against you. All of this and how someone shows you how they are matters, right? So do something gentle for yourself today. Cook that meal you love. Call that friend who always makes you feel seen. Spend a quiet evening doing something that brings you actual comfort, not distraction. Healing happens in small, consistent sets of self respect. Every time you choose yourself, you're building that muscle. Okay. Every time you protect your peace, you're becoming the woman you're meant to be. The silent treatment can leave deep marks, and I won't lie to you about that, but it doesn't have to define how you respond. You have the power to stay calm, self aware, and compassionate, even when others aren't showing up that way. Keep showing up for yourself. That's where your real strength lives. If you're wondering with your heart is ready to open again, I have tools, right? I have this AI tool, I created a free tool. If am I ready for love again? See where you're at. The self-reflection tool though, so nothing that's going to make you seem like you're not ready. It's just self-reflection to see, okay, am I allowing myself to be open to this healthy relationship space? It would gently walk you through that healing journey. You can find the link in the show notes. I'll make sure to put it there. But before you go, please subscribe to Beyond You podcast. I see a lot of you guys are watching but not subscribing, and I want to make sure that I see you guys. Make a comment. I make sure to respond to the comments. If you haven't already, share this episode with a friend who needs this reminder. Leave a comment or review. It helps us reach more people. It helps us reach more women who need this community. So remember, you deserve love that communicates, connects, and grows with you. And it starts with the love you give yourself. So until next time, protect your peace, trust your journey, and keep choosing you. I'll see you in the next episode.